when we look through our eyes, we are not seeing everything that exists in that space. We're only seeing a narrow, ridiculously, ludicrously narrow band of frequency called visible light. That's all. Everything else outside that band of frequency, going off into infinite reality, is denied to our sight sense. Put that into context. According to mainstream science, and this is what really, the earliest age they can grasp it, children should be told, as a matter of course. But they're not. And no one else is told it's a matter of course either. Why? They don't want you to know. Mainstream science says, according to its projected size of the universe, that the electromagnetic spectrum, which is pretty much our reality, is 0.005% of what exists as in different forms of energy in what we call the universe. I've seen estimates as high as 0.5%. Either way, it's frickin' tiny. Now, visible light, which is the only reality we can see, is a smear, a fraction of the 0.005% of the electromagnetic field. In other words, humans are basically blind. And I say, and I go into this in the books, that's not by accident. If you want to keep people in a state of perceptual enslavement, then you'd want them to see only and perceive only as much as they need to serve your purposes. You don't want them to see any more. And so many, from that basic fact, this is mainstream science, so many so-called mysteries disappear. For instance, honestly, mate, what happened? I saw this UFO and it just came out of nowhere, mate. It just came out of nowhere and then it disappeared into nowhere. Oh, I saw this entity and it just manifested at the end of the bed and then disappeared. What does five sense perceptual reality say to that? You're mad, mate. That can't happen. That's impossible. No, it's not. What has happened? Something has entered visible light, which the observer can only see that band of frequency. It's entered that band of frequency. To the observer, it's come out of nowhere. When it leaves that frequency, it seems to disappear into nowhere. It's not appeared out of nowhere. It's not disappeared into nowhere. It's just come into and left the narrow band of frequency, visible light, that you can perceive. So suddenly, from even these basic things, and there's lots more I could talk about, the so-called mysteries of life just dissolve. And so just after the turn of the millennium, I had this overwhelming feeling that this is a simulation, the equivalent of a virtual reality game. I'll just come to that in a second. And that the limit of the simulation, at this level, there are other levels of it, is the speed of light. And the speed of light appears to be the fastest speed possible because it's the limit of this simulation. Of course, science well knows that particles can communicate with each other over vast, what we perceive as distance, instantly. But they're not communicating within the realm of the five senses. They're communicating outside that realm with a different law of physics, okay? What I also got very clearly after the turn of the millennium was that what we call the laws of physics are actually the encoded laws of the simulation. So if you take a computer game, the creator writes into the coding of the game the limits of the game and how the game must be played. in the simulation that we're experiencing, we call that the law of physics, which is why when near-death experiencers leave the body, their consciousness leaves the body, they all of them describe a realm of reality that is absolutely not experienced according to our laws of physics. They enter a different realm of, quote, physics, because the body, I've been calling the body since the 1990s a biological computer. The body is decoding the matrix. It's decoding the simulation. Okay. Imagine, and this is what I was going to say a few minutes ago. What I'm seeing so clearly is this explosion of technology and AI technology that's coming into the world and taking the world over is a technological mimicking of the reality we're experiencing and how we're experiencing it. So if I said to people who know nothing about computers that in this room, indeed right across the world where it exists, there is an electromagnetic field of information that you can tap into, like a collective global realm of information. You can tap into it in New Zealand or South America, United States, London, anywhere. If they didn't know about computers and they didn't know about Wi-Fi, what would they say? You're mad, mate. Where is it? I can't see it. Well, actually, you can't see hardly anything, mate, for reasons I've explained. But you're mad. But you say the same thing now to people that do know about computers and do know about Wi-Fi. And they'd say, oh, yeah, Wi-Fi field, yeah, I know about that. And the only difference between, yeah, I know about that, and you're mad, mate, is knowledge. That's the only difference. Knowledge of the fact that Wi-Fi and computers exist compared with knowledge or lack of knowledge that they do.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done. I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just an overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you gotta pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.